Okay, so let's go then with the webinar. I'm going to present myself. I am Nacho Alvarez. I am one of the product managers of PV Design. And today we are going through the product updates of the second quarter of the year, 2023. You will see, and I'm going to comment, this is the index. First, we will go through how to group the areas in low voltage configuration. Then we will go through the no roads layout configuration, customizable report covers, how to add US parcels or how to import US parcels from Prism, another embedded software. We will see the OHL overhead line profile view in the DXF file. I will comment to you like our fixes in the PV Colada file in order to import the shading scene into PVSys. And finally, our latest release, the civil and power inputs per area. So let's start by April. And first, I'm going to share with you what is group areas in low voltage configuration. So here you are seeing that you have uploaded a site with several areas. And with this grouping tool, you can select those areas and group the low voltage configuration. This means that an inverter can have extractors in more than one area, resulting in much higher peak power in certain conditions. Also, you will be able to group different available areas in order to share this low voltage configuration between different groups. And here, you can also, once you create the groups, if you select the group, you can prioritize the installation order. This means that if you have a group of 6 areas or 7 areas, you can drag and drop these areas in order to start the installation by like in your preferred area. So the blue extractors are going to be installed in the area that you select the first one, then the second one, the third one, the fourth. We will share with you the knowledge base article, and it is so simple as group areas, and then you will see that you will not have these red extractors anymore. This was a solution that we made because in the past you were forced to upload one available area divided by restricted areas in order to share the extractors within 2 different regions. With this tool, you may no longer upload sites in that way, and you can upload the sites within with different areas, group the low voltage configuration. Next, we will go to the no road layout configuration for those who want to go through small photovoltaic plants. You will have this option, no roads. Once the available area is smaller than 5 hectares, or we estimate that in the available area you can fit 1 power station. This is an option that is preferred for like when you have only 1 power station, and it's for small PV plants. And automatically we will place the power station within the access point. This is due to we believe that if you don't want to have roads in your PV plant, we are going to locate the power station as close as possible to the access point, as you can see in the video. Then, for those who uses PV Design in order to have solar projects and then share the documentation with other clients, we have done this feature. In this feature, you will be able to customize the name of the client that you would like to share the document width, and the low. In order to do that, once you are going to generate the design in this pop-up and before generating the design, you have this button, prepare for. So what you have to do is just to click the prepare for, fill the name of the company that you would like to share the documents with, and then also upload the logo. Automatically, PV Design will generate all the documentation with this sentence, like prepare for the company and the logo. You can see in the video, if you download a document, that you will see the prepare for company and logo. This is our releases regarding April. Let's go to May. And in May, we integrated this parcels information for the USA. So if you want to design a PV plant in the United States, and you enter the interactive site creator, like instead of uploading a KML file, you create a new file, a new site from PV Design, you will see this external layers section. So with external layers, you can activate or enable the USA parcels. So if you zoom in, you will see all the information from the USA parcels. Here, you will see the information, the parcel number, latitude, longitude, the acres, and automatically you can choose the parcel and add it as an available area in order to follow the process of creating a site within PV Design. So just click on the add an available area, and the next steps are the ones that you know. Define the AC point, define the substation and the MV point, and then start your design. But you will have all the information regarding the US parcels within PV Design. For those clients that also have the Prism software, one of the embedded softwares, you will see that if you create a new site from PV Design and you click here in import elements, like instead of going to the external layers, if you go to import elements, you can import parcel from Prism. So if you have the Prism software, you can copy the ID of the parcel. It is super simple. And here in PV Design, you can actually paste the reference of the parcel and import. So basically, we have combined both software, Prism and PV Design, in order to give you, in an easy way, all the information regarding geographical layers and the design of solar PV plants. If you want to know more about it, please go to the knowledge base or send an email to our support team, and they will help you with that. It's very simple. As you see, I have imported one parcel from Prism, and then automatically I have the design of the solar PV plant. Let's go with the overhead line profile view. We have generate the overhead line profile view in the DXF. If you have an overhead line, you download the interconnect, like the overhead line layout in the AutoCAD file, and in the AutoCAD view, you will see the complete profile view of your transmission line, where you can check the height of the supports, the latitude and longitude. And just for you to know, this, like in order to draw the profile view, the lines the blocks and the lines are rotated, so the OHL is straight. And doing this might cause inaccuracies in the drawing. It is for representational purposes. But it is a useful information to have it like the complete view of your profile view of your transmission line in the AutoCAD file. Finally, one of the fixes that we did in the last month in May is the PV Colada file improvement. So most of you were having issues when importing the PV Colada file into PVSys, and especially with the fixed extractor option. So once you uploaded this PV Colada file to PVSys, all the extractors were recognized as objects instead of tables. And this is due to, we didn't respect the 3D representation of the extractor. Now we have fixed it. Now the fix consisted in projecting tables on the 3D plane and stretching them to match the 2D coordinates. So we are keeping the 3D dimensions instead of the 2D dimensions. What's the problem? It is fixed. So now if you import it into PVSys, you will have this problem fixed, and all the structures will be recognized as tables, and it will be easier for you to perform the 3D analysis, the 3D energy analysis with this tool. We have several knowledge base articles if you would like to review how to import and how to export this PV Colada file from PV Design to PVSys. Let's go to June. And in June, we release the feature that is called civil and power inputs per area. And it is this feature, it is going to be a powerful combination, a powerful tool if you combine the inputs per area with the grouping area in low voltage and with the no road option. So combining those three features, you will have like very accurate layouts of your solar PV plant. And I'm going to explain you how to do that. So if you have a site with different available areas, and if you go to the layout tab, you will have this button, apply a different configuration per area or group of areas. So automatically, if you click and if you enable the inputs per area, you will see that we are going to recalculate. We are going to recalculate the layout. This is because we are going to recommend, and we are going to by default recommend no road layout in those areas that has less than 5 hectares, or in those areas that we estimate that only one power station could fit. So, for example, in those small areas in the center of the layout, automatically once you enable the different inputs per area configuration, we are going to set by default the no road options. Of course, you will be able to change it, but this is by default in order to maximize your installation. So I'm going to explain how to play with this tool. Imagine that you would like to change the pitch distance of these two areas. So you go to the distance section, choose the area, then choose the pitch distance, and automatically the areas will be recalculated. This is one example. You can play with the pitch distance, or imagine that you would like to play with other input. For example, the adaptation to the border. So in this area, I would like to adapt all the structures to the border in order to fit more capacity. I can do it, and automatically it will be done. I can group some available areas in order to share this low voltage configuration. I can recalculate. Now I have red structures that are not going to be installed, and automatically, boom, I have all these structures installed. More inputs that you can play with. The power station location. In this area, I would like to place the power station within the solar field. I can do that, and I can fit more power there. Another example, the power requirements. Here, the power requirements, I would like to explain to you that power requirements will perform by group of areas instead of per area. This is true if we do it per area, and then we group some areas, we can have incoherent results. So this is done by group of areas. I can, for example, maximize, install the maximum peak power because I would like to play with the DC to AC ratio. Then in this group of areas, I am playing with the DC to AC ratio only, and I am maximizing the production. Or, for example, I would like to choose the capacity of each group of areas in my layout. So I can do that. I can go to the area number 8. I can put specific capacity. I can choose even 0, and I can let the area empty. I can choose one inverter, and I can recalculate again, and then only one inverter is going to be installed. Also, I can play with the DC to AC ratio and with the pitch. No? So it's like I can customize it very, very well, the layout. Or yes, I can go with maximum capacity. Yeah, I will install as many structures as I can. Other inputs that I can play, maybe the roads, if I would like to, or well, the adaptation to the border, also, or the rotation. No? I can define an offset of several degrees to this area, and not apply the offset to the other areas. No? So once I play with my inputs per available areas, I just need to generate the design, and well, also here, sorry, you can play with the rows. No, here I have vertical rows, but then I have horizontal rows, and finally, if I generate the design, PV Design will generate all the documentation, and you will see the layout respecting your inputs. So vertical rows, horizontal rows, border adaptation, specific capacity in this area. More and more, this layout will be closer to what you can build. You can download the documentation, the general layout, and see like the cabling, the position of the power station, the structures, etc. So yeah, this is all from my side. I hope you enjoy the webinar. Now we are going to start with the Q&A section. So please, if you have any question, it's your time to write it down, and I will answer you. We're going to be like a couple of minutes. Thank you, Lobo, for your support. It's always a pleasure. Just remember, as a reminder, we are going to share with you all the knowledge-based articles. Okay, so we have here a question. Let me read the question. Okay, so going back to the drawing demonstration. So for US parcels, let me go to the US parcels. Going back to the drawing demonstration, so for US parcels, is it possible to create a uniform buffer restricted area around edge of available area, or does the setback still need to be drawn manually? So good question. At this moment, you have to do it manually. Yeah, you have to do it manually. Let me go to the proper view of the presentation. So at this moment, you have to do it manually. However, well, automatically you will have the parcel, but you need to create manually the restricted area. And I will add this as a feedback because I maybe you were thinking about some exclusion layers that maybe we can add. Yeah, I will add it as a feedback and comment it to the product team. But at this moment, you need to do it manually. Thank you so much for the presentation. It was very helpful and informative. Thank you for attending. Despite the geometrical rearrangement, can we configure or select different components? No, this is only for the layout inputs. Of course, we like this is the first version of the feature. This doesn't mean that we are not thinking into adding equipment, different equipment per areas, or for example, if you would like to have partial, like sorted structures in one area and only full structures in another area, is something that we can do. But at this moment, the feature is for the layout inputs. And let's say its distance, roads configuration, offset, power requirements. But thank you. I will add it as a feedback because in the future we can work on it. Is there a way to edit the available areas or substation areas? I start with KM set files. Yeah, if you go if you upload a KM set file, then you can clone the site, sorry, and modify boundaries within the interactive site creator. So yeah, you can do it within PDesign. Let me go to PDesign quickly in order to show you how to do that. Okay, so if you go to PDesign and if you upload a KM set file, here you can clone and automatically you will see the interactive site creator, and here you can work on it and yeah, modify boundaries and the perimeter of the sites. yeah, you can do that. Then I just, like as a reminder, you have to save it. You can save it as a draft or save it as a new site. But yeah, you can do that here in this tool. Okay, Diego, yeah, you were saying like, for example, two type of modules, one in each area. Yeah, absolutely is a feedback that we received. Let's say that we release this first version of the layout and civil, like the power and civil inputs per area. Then we can go through other inputs per area. Okay, so I have another question. On many of my side, we can have extra land that I would like to remove from the design as we are limited to 3 megas per site. You can I don't see the question, Phil, but you can have extra land that I would like to remove from the design as we are limited to 3 megawatts per site. This is maybe something. Okay, it was related with the other question. Okay, yeah. Yes, it is maybe a manual, more manual. Okay, yeah, yeah. It was like a follow-up question. Yeah, it's you have to do it more manually. You can more or less see how much capacity you would like to you need, like 3 megas. You can go to layout, go to power requirements, specific capacity, say, hey, I would like 3 megas, and yeah, maybe eliminate within the interactive side creator the areas that you don't need, or modify the poly, like the boundaries. But this is like more manual manual processing. This I do I answer your question? Okay, thank you, Philip. Cool. So yeah, I think I'm going to wait like one more minute in order to see if we have more questions. Yeah. Thank you so much for attending the presentation. I hope you enjoyed and that it was valuable for you. I think that having the parcels in the United States, group the areas in the low voltage configuration, and not having to, modify these available areas that you have, or create small bridges, or create one big area with restricted areas in order to serve the structures, combining with the no roads configuration and the inputs per area. Is going into detailed customization of the PV plan. I am always available. Many of you know my email. You have it here. If you have any questions regarding the product or any feedback that you would like to give me, do not hesitate to do it. Thank you so much. We do not have any more questions. Thank you for your time, and have a good day. Thank you so much.